Welcome back. I am Brie if you are new here. So today we are actually starting the very first seeds of the 2021 year, which I'm really excited about. I'm actually only starting onions today. I will be starting a lot of my brassicas and then tomatoes and peppers here in a few weeks, but we are just doing onions today. But one thing I did want to mention, if you haven't seen my 5 steps to planting your garden from seed yet, definitely go check out that video. I have done one more organization tip further from that video just to make this make a little bit more sense to you guys. I'm not starting all of my seeds at once. This is a mistake I did like my very first 2 years gardening, and it's something I don't think a lot of people even really realize until it's almost too late. So I've already categorized everything out. I explain it in that video, but I went even further and organized my seeds in little containers for 12 weeks out, 8 to 10 weeks out, direct sow before your last frost, direct sow after your last frost, and then also 4 to 6 weeks out to start seeds indoors. Honestly, having this just makes it a little bit easier than just referencing all of your photos. You have all of your seeds in one place and you know, okay, 12 weeks before last frost, these are the seeds I'm starting today, which today is that day for onions. So I guess let's go ahead and jump right in. So there are a few key things to know when picking out onion varieties. There are short day onions, intermediate day onions, and long day onions, and this all depends on the zone you live in. If you don't know how to find the zone you live in, also go reference that 5 steps to planting your garden from seed. I have all that information in there. I live in 6B, which is an intermediate zone. So intermediate day onions take 12 to 14 hours of sunlight per day to create that bulb. Short day varieties take less than that, which is more in your southern areas. Then your long day varieties take 14 plus, which is in your northern regions. So the varieties I have are the Cabernet onion, which is my red variety, and then I also have the yellow sweet Spanish onion, which is my white variety. So there's actually quite a few different ways that you can go and plant your onion seeds. You can actually plant them very highly densified because onion roots are very wiry and they'll just rip apart. I am going to be doing mine a little less dense than what I have seen, just because I am going to be keeping them down here for the next 10 weeks and I want to make sure they are fed adequate before putting them out in my garden. And it kind of just didn't make sense to me. If I had the room, why not give them more soil to grow a little better? So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing 4 to 5 seeds per block. I am going to be doing more than what I potentially need out in the garden, just in case some don't take. And if I have extras, I'll just find room, because honestly I use so many onions that it'd be great to have even more. So let's go ahead and plant these onions here. Onion seeds, if you've never seen them, they almost look like tiny little black rocks. So one thing I have seen from so many gardeners is if you want a nice, good quality onion with a nice bulb, it's better to start from seed than it is from start. So if you don't know, those little onion starts that you typically see at the big box chains or at your local nursery, those are second year onions, and what those typically will do, those will just flower, which that's not really the onion you want for a good storage. Hence why I'm going to start from seed this year. I'm, again, just so excited. So if you have not seen before, this is kind of what the onion seeds look like. So I'm just going to be putting 4 per block. All right, so I just got done planting them. I am going to sprinkle a little bit of soil over the top and put a little bit of water. One thing I did want to note is I did plant more of these yellow Spanish than I did the Cabernets, mostly because I have a lot more seeds of the yellow Spanish. But either way, one reason why I love starting from seed is just how cheap it is. Like, for instance, this pack was $3.50. This pack, I believe, was $3. That's $6. That's typically how much you spend for 6 onions. I literally just planted probably 200 onions. I still have more of my yellow Spanish left. So honestly, that's one reason why I love gardening. You get so much more bang for your buck. Why would you not want to grow food for your family in your backyard? I don't know. I mean, it is a lot of work, but you reap a lot of benefit, at least in my opinion. So let me get the rest of this soil. Going to lightly sprinkle. They don't need to be in deep, so honestly they probably don't need much soil on top of them. Last but not least, we're just going to lightly spray those. This is a habit I have to get back into. One thing you don't realize is once you get a few months off from gardening, it's really hard to remember that you have seedlings in the basement that you gotta water. So you get out of the habit of morning watering once you haven't for a few months. But honestly, I feel like this year I've been gardening pretty much year round, so I don't know if that will really go into play. We'll see. All right, so let's get these lights on and get these things under the light. All right, so that is the start. One thing I almost forgot is to put them on my little heat mat just to help with germination, but I will keep you guys updated on that. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. If you're gardening in the 2021 year, make sure you're subscribed and also leave me a comment down below. If you also YouTube and garden, I'd love to check out your channels and follow along as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.